So, what is Droid? Well, it's this.
Welcome to us.
Did the intro sound familiar? Don't worry about it. Anyways, Droid is a third-party port of a PC rhythm game called OS for Android devices. And if you don't know what OS is, it is the popular rhythm game where the user clicks circles. You might have also heard about it in r/plays, YouTube comments, or a friend, if you have what that is. So, what's the difference between Droid and OS? Well, Droid is a port specifically for Android, and thus it is made with touch devices running Android in mind. One of the adjustments made in the game compared to the original OS game is the circle size being larger and the OD being lower. This means that the hit window is much less strict. These changes were done to account for the latency and size of phones. And of course, as a mobile rhythm game, it is also a lightweight game and should be able to run on any smartphone that is under 5 years old smoothly. All this specialization also means that only the standard game mode, aka the clicking circle game mode, is in the game. The Osumania, Taiko, and Catch to Beat game modes are not included in Droid. But you can always use other games for those modes. Maldi. Well, all this is cool and all, but how can I download it? I hear you asking. And well, I got you. If you try searching for Droid in the Google Play Store, you will in fact not find it. Apparently this has to do with copyright stuff, but that's not the point of this video. It can be downloaded in two ways. First is the Droid website, which anyone can find by doing a quick Google search. The second way is the Ultra Giga Chad way, which is going to the GitHub repo and downloading it there. Once you've downloaded the APK, just install it and you should be good to go. Alright, so if you've installed Droid, you can open the game, hear the amazing intro, click play, and there's nothing. Crap. That's because to play the game, we need to have these things called beatmaps installed. These beatmaps contains the songs, the level themselves, which we call difficulties, and others such as the storyboard, skins, and video. In Droid, there are three ways to download these so-called beatmaps. First is the one built into the game itself, which was added recently, powered by Moe. It is a popular mirror for beatmaps, but, well, it is a bit broken. And what I mean by that is the searching feature can be whack sometimes and the UX design isn't very good. The second option, and what I usually do, is use the website itself as I have my own account. I recommend this the most, but it won't be available for everyone as downloading is limited to those who have accounts. Lastly is using other beatmap mirrors, but the first one should do the trick when you've just downloaded the game. Just scroll through, download the map, and finally you can play Droid. Congratulations! You can now play the game, but if you're familiar with the original OS, you might find that some things look weird and, well, notice that the default skin is still All jokes aside though, many do find the default skin difficult to play with, which is why it is a good idea to try out some skins first and find the one that best suits you. If you want to use a skin your favorite creator uses, then you're in luck, as skins from the original game are compatible with Droid. Kinda. If you use a skin intended only for the original game, you might find some weird problems with the skin elements. As such, it is recommended to use a skin edited to be compatible with Droid, as some of the file names for skin elements are different, not to mention skin.json. And if you don't know what skins are, to explain, they're basically a texture and audio pack where you can change the look and sound of the game to your liking, which is particularly important as playing with the default skin can be very difficult at higher levels of play. So even as a beginner to the game, I highly recommend installing a skin. You can find some in this website. Also, if you're looking for more additional tweaks, you can find everything in the settings. Some of these tweaks are skins. You can select what skin to use using this button. You can import skins by copying the folder that contains the skin resources to the Droid skins folder. Cursor. You can enable and disable your cursor using the setting. Playfield size. As the title suggests, you can pick between these options and the playfield size will shrink to what you picked. There are also new options that you can find in the original game, such as a real-time PP counter, at least in stable, and the options that do exist in the original game, such as hit lighting and burst effects, can also be found in the settings. You can also register your Droid account in the settings by clicking this button, which I will get into later. Which reminds me of the online community of Droid. But before that, let's dive into the mods and how to play the game first. Alright, but before we get into the mods, it is probably a good idea to talk about OD, AR, CS, and HP first. OD, or overall difficulty. This determines how small a hit window is. The higher the OD, the harder it is to hit a bit perfectly. It also makes it harder to clear a spinner. AR, or approach rate. This stat determines how long a circle will stay in the screen. It also determines how fast the approach circle will close in on the hit circle. CS, or circle size. This determines the size of the circles. A higher number means a smaller circle. Finally, we have HP. This affects the HP bar that can be seen on the top left of your screen. A higher HP value means a faster HP draining rate. When the bar on the top left gets empty, that means that you fail. Alright, we can go back to the mods now. Let's do a quick recap of the original mods first. Hard Rock increases circle size, OD approach rate, and turns the map into Australia. Hidden, circle siding. Double Time makes the map 1.5 times faster. Why does it not make it actually double time? Ass Whip or something, I don't know. It also increases AR and OD. Nightcar, double time but more annoying. Flashlight, only a small patch of the map which gets smaller is visible to the player. Not recommended for anyone remotely sane. Sudden Death and Perfect. Either you need to full combo or SS. If you fail to meet these conditions, you die. Relax, Auto Pointer, and Auto. Relax automatically presses to the beat for you, meaning that you only have to aim. Auto Pointer does the exact opposite and automatically aims for you while you have to tap manually. And Auto just does everything for you. We can't get into Score V2 right now since that's a whole can of worms, but it is based. Finally, no fail halftime and easy. No fail makes sure that you can never fail a map. Halftime makes the map speed 75% of the original, making it a disappointment like Double Time. And the misleadingly named easy decreases AR, OD, CS, and HP significantly, making it easier stats-wise, but at the same time it makes the game unplayable, so Peppy was probably drunk when he added it in. Okay, finally we have the new mods. These are the mods unique to the Osu Droid game. Precise. It makes the OD similar to the original Osu OD and it gives a shit ton of PP. Like, what? Small circle. As advertised, it makes the circle size significantly smaller. Really easy. Yes, that's a thing. An easy mod that actually makes the game easier, reducing the map difficulty stats to something playable. And that's all the mods in Osu Droid. Now we can get into exactly how one plays Osu Droid. How to play the game is very simple. There are two main playstyles when playing the game, tapping and dragging. When tapping, you just tap the circle to the beat, or when the outer circle hits the inner circle. This outer circle is called the approach circle and it indicates when to click the circle. When the approach circle closes in on the hit circle, which is the inner circle, that is when the user needs to tap. Another way to send input for a tap is by clicking on any other part of the screen. Whenever you click again while holding the cursor using another finger, it acts as another click. This allows us to use one finger entirely for aiming and two for tapping, similar to the original Osu. This is also what allows us to stream in Osu Droid. Dragging is simply when you drag your aiming finger on the screen while using your other fingers to tap. And tapping is when you don't drag your aiming finger on the screen and just tap the circles to the beat while using your other fingers for streaming and bursts. With this playstyle, you can use more than one finger to aim. A popular way to use this playstyle is by using two fingers to aim and other fingers to tap, making jump maps easier. But in the end of the day, playstyle is not that important. Both playstyles can get you into a high skill level, and as long as you're enjoying the game, then it's all good. A piece of advice I'd like to give is only play songs and maps you like and don't rush yourself. Nobody's forcing you to improve as fast as possible. Everybody has a different way of enjoying the game and everybody has a different way of progressing, so just have fun with the game and don't be burnt out. Skill will eventually come with time. As for hitting weird patterns, simple try and error can get you a long way. Seriously, by simply retrying, you can improve your reading skills. And if you don't know what reading is, in Osu, reading is basically the ability to know what to do to hit a hit object in screen. Just remember, patience is key. And now for the online community. To register an account, you can go to the Osu Droid options, account option, and click register. This will redirect you to the registration link in the Osu Droid website. You simply need to fill out your username of choice and your email. Next, you must verify that you are not a robot and click Send Verified Token. The token will then be sent to your email account, which you must copy to the Verify Token text box. Finally, you just need to write your password and click on Register. For more questions about how to sync with the Discord bot Alice, you can consult the friendly people in the OCDroid International Discord server, which you can join after registering. Within the server lies the whole OCDroid community and sub-communities. Here you can also check your rankings, top scores, and others. Speaking of which, within the game, there are two main ranking systems. First, the score ranking system, and the second, the droid PP ranking system. The score ranking system is currently the default one in use and is the one shown in the game itself. It takes the total score of a user and ranks everyone from highest to lowest, with the number 1 being the highest total score in the game. The second ranking system is the droid PP ranking system, also known as DPP. DPP is different from PP calculations, as DPP is specifically for OCDroid, taking into account the different playstyle and difficulty. Although it is not perfect, it is a much better system than just using total scores to rank players. Within the community, people also occasionally run tournaments, such as the OCDroid Discord tournament, which I commentated on, by the way.
Let's
distraction.
burping these nuts onto your mouth.
Oh no.
And the Philippines tournament. There are also more tournaments that takes place occasionally, and there is an upcoming one too. And speaking of tournaments, let's talk about the last and most recent update, multiplayer. Multiplayer is a staple of the original game and it has recently been added to OCDroid. It is accessible by going to Play and Multiplayer. Here, you can create or join rooms. You can click this button here to create your own room. If you want to create a public room, leave the password area empty and just proceed. Inside the room, there will be a player list, beatmap selector, chat, and options. In the player list, you can see all the players in the lobby and if they are ready or not. The player with the crown next to them is called the host, and they can control room settings and what bitmaps to pick. They also have the power to kick someone and start the bitmap without everyone being ready. If you do not have the map the host picked, you can download it by simply clicking on here. Below the bitmap selector is some details about the room. These include who the host is, the team mode, win condition, mods, and slider lock. In multiplayer, there are currently 2 team modes. Head-to-head, which is a free-for-all, and team versus team, which is exactly what it sounds like. With win conditions, there are 4 options: Score V1, which is the default score system of the game, Accuracy, Max Combo, and Score V2. About Score V2, you can think of Score V2 as the more accuracy-weighted score system, with scores limited to 1 million without mods. It is also the score system used in tournaments. Slider lock is for niche use cases, for example, 2B maps. Now for the options. Here, the player has options which only affect them, such as choosing if your multiplayer score gets submitted, using Nightcore when the host puts DT on the mods, showing leaderboards, storyboards, and video. There's another section, the options, which is called the room options. Besides the things already mentioned, the host can also enable free mod, which allows users to pick any mod besides speed-changing ones alongside the mods picked by the host in the lobby. Finally, there is the chat where you can talk to the lobby, the mod selection button, and this button called Ready. You click this when you're ready. Intuitive, isn't it? Well, that pretty much covers the basics of multiplayer in OCDroid. Now for some FAQs. One, how do I check my DPP? You can check your total DPP, DPP rank, and top scores using the /pp check command in the OCDroid Discord server. But please do keep in mind that you need to bind your account first before being able to use this command. 2. How do I bind an account? To use commands in the OCDroid Discord server to check details about your account, you need to bind your Discord account first to your OCDroid account after registering. This can be done using the /userbind command to bind your OCDroid account with your Discord account. You must specify your email in the option provided. 3. Can a keyboard be used for the game? Well, technically you can, however, you will need a key mapper since the game doesn't have built-in keyboard support. 4. How do I add /import skins? If you don't have a skin you want to use already, you can find skins in this website and in the OCDroid Discord server if you want to ask. If the skin file you want to use is in the OSK extension, you have to convert it to a zip file first. This can be done by simply renaming the OSK to a zip. Afterwards, you can just extract the contents to the OCDroid skins folder. But please do make sure that the order is exactly like this. OCDroid folder, skins, skin name, and within that folder is all the skin elements. Just make sure that the folder within your skins folder contains the skin elements instead of having another folder in it which contains the skin elements. If that happens, the skin won't work. How do I import beatmaps from a file? Well, you can just copy it to the download folder, and within OC there is a setting called scan download. Just enable that and it will automatically import any map that you download to your downloads folder. I'd also like to mention that you can just copy the beatmap file to the OC songs folder. By doing this, OC will automatically import the map on startup, and then you can finally play the map. Finally, can I change my registered email, password, and in-game name? Short answer, yes, but you can go to this link right here for this question and many others. This is the official OC FAQ page, and you should be able to find a lot of your questions in here. Well, that's it for this video. Resources related to the video will be under the description, such as the links to the OC Discord server, the official FAQ page, and the skins websites, and others. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope it helped you in your upcoming OC journey. See you next time.